Everybody must go through this entrance. We know Canadians. We intend on taking market share from our competitors. We're multinationals, just what we do.
That's just Canadian patriotism. We want our country to be strong and thrive. And a snowplow company, I mean, you can't get more Canadian than that.
Pretty much everything's at stake right now. It's either a recession or we kind of revamp and pivot and stand up and do things differently.
A lot of other businesses would think we were crazy. There's so much uncertainty on how business should move forward. It's a wild time, absolutely wild. But at the same time, we're investing in Canadians in Canada. Nothing's going to stop us.
What are you going to show me?
We're heading to Phoenix 2. It's one of our largest machines in that room that makes water ice.
Ashley Chapman, the top dog at Chapman's Ice Cream, a family business that's been around since the 1970s.
Let's head on up. We're making a 3-flavored novelty today.
And in this uncertain economic time of tariffs and the changing relationship with the United States, he's not cowering. In fact, he's going on offense. Could that be the right tactic to fight in this trade war? Ashley still remembers how all this got started about a year ago.
When Trump started making all of his threats against Canada and bringing up tariffs and all of these things, well, I'll be honest with you, I got pissed.
And so Ashley Chapman dug in. Even though tariffs made making his ice cream more expensive, he refused to raise prices. With all the uncertainty, he still tried to keep it business as usual. Stakes were high in the small town of Markdale, Ontario, where Chapman's 900 or so workers are almost as many as the population of the entire town.
It was a roller coaster ride for all of us because there was, 10%, 15%, 50%, 100%, 30%. What are the tariffs day to day, hour to hour? I was glued to my phone, trying to figure out how this was going to affect the company.
For years, Chapman's imported nuts and fruits from the U.S., but suddenly that wasn't an affordable option. And to make matters worse, the tariffs hit right when the company was about to do the biggest expansion in its history.
There's, a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach that, oh my God, what are we doing here? Should we stop? What should we do?
In the end, Ashley didn't play it safe. Production at the plant was at capacity, so we went all in on the expansion.
All right, so this is it. This is the expansion, 175,000 square feet, 2 production halls right here, 6 top of the line, you can't get any bigger, production machines for making novelties.
When you look at this, what do you think about?
Money.
$200 million is the price of the expansion and the risk Ashley is taking. What he had on his side is that even in uncertain economic times, it's proven that people will still buy ice cream. It's an affordable way to treat yourself. Still, that's not exactly a guarantee. I mean, what are you betting on?
We are betting that Canadians will support Canadians and we'll buy more of our products. That's what we're betting on. In my career, I've seen so many Canadian family-owned businesses sell. And sell to multinationals, sell to just American companies, and it's just, I guess, in our nature to double down. And we know Canadians. We feel we know Canadians.
The numbers suggest it may be a smart bet. One recent poll says that 80% of the Canadians who prioritize buying Canadian will continue to do so even after the trade war ends. It's one thing to buy Canadian when you're looking for ice cream. I want you to meet someone who may be the biggest buy Canadian bet of all.
Buying Arctic Snowplow is a buy Canadian move. It means an American's not buying it. And buying Canadian means the company remains in Canada. More money stays in Canada.
That's Jim Estill, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the country. He was a founding board member at BlackBerry. He owns Danby Appliances. And recently, he bought Arctic Snowplow, a company with 25 employees. Was there a sense of pride that you kept this company Canadian?
I'm very proud that I kept it Canadian. Snowplows are heavy and mostly steel. And what kind of steel do we buy? Only Canadian steel. Simple.
So here's the laser cutter, which cuts the various shapes of metal.
Jim tells me that only 1% of the material in every snowplow comes from the U.S. He says he used to rely a lot on America for parts.
This was all laser cut first.
Not anymore. How would you say our relationship has changed with the United States?
The trust is broken. You can't undo the trust. It's like infidelity in a marriage. If someone cheats, you can't uncheat. And it will take years or decades to rebuild that trust.
And who cheated in this relationship?
The United States.
But Jim sees a silver lining to where we're at with the U.S.
Tariffs are a business person's nightmare, but an entrepreneur's dream. And the reason it's an entrepreneur's dream is it creates change. And whenever there's change, there's opportunity. I actually have a list of everything that is made in USA that is being imported to Canada. And we look through the list to see what can we make.
The trade war means the old ways of doing things don't apply anymore. So could we really be in a golden time for entrepreneurs?
So basically we pre-cut all the parts up this wall.
Derek Knott just moved back to Canada from Europe to start a business. He believes he has a winning idea.
I see a need in Canada. We need to create a future where there's affordable housing here for our daughters, our students, our young Canadians, our new Canadians.
Derek builds prefab houses in this factory in his hometown of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. He believes his business, Great Lakes Modular Homes, can help with the housing shortage in the country.
I'm confident that we can use this situation right now to turn and make it into a positive. I kind of feel like it's an enlightenment for the Canadian economy right now to realize that we have everything we need here. That we don't need to sell to the States or buy from the States, that we can use our materials and make our own stuff and create our own economy.
Derek sent me this video of one of his houses being put together. Think houses in a box. The idea is they can be shipped anywhere in the country. Derek hopes to soon sell as many as 40 prefab houses in a year.
We're going to go fully automated in this shop, so the material will come in this door, go into an automated saw that cuts all the parts out to the 1/10 of a millimeter, goes across here to an automated assembly line for sheeting, insulation, with a bridge and out the door. You want to jump in there?
Derek tells me that to date, most prefab houses were built in the U.S., and he wants to change that.
You push in. I decided to do this because I think the time is now, right? We need to react. And there's more opportunity than we think. That we don't need to live by, being scared or whatever, but it's time to act and create things here in Canada.
The trade war has severely impacted parts of the Canadian economy, but it also seems to have started something. Canadian businesses aren't just sitting by. Ashley Chapman tells me he gets calls all the time from people who want to do business with him.
Canadian companies are stepping up all across this country and doing things that they never would have done before if this hadn't happened. I think that the current situation is going to mean a lot for Canadian businesses. I would be willing to bet today that in 5 years from now, we're going to look back as a country and say, well, you know what? The positives far outweigh the downsides of what's happened. It's a great time to be running a Canadian company, despite all of the noise from down south.